If you've ever dated here in the DC area, there's a tendency to think after a while, if you've been inured to it after a while, that you're dating the same person over and over and over. Ladies, he's usually a technocrat of some sort, an engineer. He shows up on the date wearing pleated khakis, a golf shirt with the logo of the company he works for, Deloitte, on his shirt, right? Or he's a patent attorney who I'm almost certain are the most boring people on the planet. Middle of book 8 of Paradise Lost, boring, okay? Guys, she's highly intelligent, Ivy League educated, came to DC for her career, very passionate, working as in-house counsel for the NGO, the non-profit she works for, right? Travels a lot, but has some perfectly wonderful margins you'll fit right into, alongside her cats, always two. Always named after literary figures, Tristan and Isolde, Franny and Zoe, F. Scott and Zelda. Watch out for Zelda, she bites. If I sound cynical, it's probably because A, I was. And it was because of this cynicism that about 8 years ago, late on a Friday afternoon, I was very, very this close to taking down my profile off Match.com. I noticed that my own cynicism was sort of informing the interactions I would have. And I go, what? That's just no way to deal with this. You're not going to meet the woman of your dreams that way. Take your profile down. All of a sudden, I get an email in my inbox. And it says, "You're cute. We should meet." And it's from a woman off Match.com. I take a look at her profile, and it's pretty clear that she's clearly unlike the women I've been dating here in DC. Her username is Firestick Feather. And I took a look at her profile, and again, it's clear she's spending a lot of time in the New Age section of the bookstore, okay? She's all about crystals and universality and being open to the possibilities of the universe, right? And I take a look at her pictures, and there's pictures of unicorns and rainbows and unicorns on rainbows. And pictures of her, and she's a very attractive woman, but she seems to be taking her fashion cues from the peasant class of a third world country. She's got bandanas on and drop cloth clothes, cheesecloth clothes as well. And I thought to myself, Shawn, that's your problem right there. You are too cynical. You're not open to the possibilities and potentials of the universe. Why not take a chance? Why not say yes to the universe this time? So I write back, "Thank you for the kind words. Yes, why don't we meet? How about tomorrow afternoon for coffee?" I get an email response quickly. "That sounds great. Before we do," she said, "would you mind telling me the day you were born, as well as the time of day you were born?" Yes, I'm open to this. I'm open to the universe. I send her this information. About an hour later, I get an email back with an attachment. It's our signs, our astrological signs detailing our compatibility. The universe has countenanced our being together. I am going on this date. I show up, and again, we start talking over coffee, and she begins talking about the things that are outlined in her profile, the things she's clearly passionate about. And let me just say that as she's talking, I detect no insincerity in her voice whatsoever. She clearly believes what she says. There's not a Machiavellian bone in her body. In fact, she's an up speaker. Everything she says, the intonation of the sentence ends up. "So, Shawn, I'm really into auras. And yours is green? And that's good? Green, good, auras, yes, universe, yes, yes, yes. And so, Shawn, I also channel past lives. Channel past lives, yes. Yes, universe, channel that past life. And so, Shawn, I'm also sensitive to ghosts and spirits. Yes, okay, great. In fact, she says, My apartment is haunted. Really, I say? Yes, my apartment is haunted. In fact, ghosts come and visit me at night. Ghosts come and visit you at night? Yes, in fact. And they try to have sex with me. My openness to the universe is starting to fade. They try to have sex with you? Yes, she says, Shawn, and sometimes I let them. I can only blame my cynicism for the following question. So, I said, how are they? Actually, she says, not bad. And here's where the universe and I drew a line, right there. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, it is difficult enough competing with men for the affections and attentions of a woman in this dimension. No matter how good or bad my cocksmanship is, I can't compete with the spirit world. And if our relationship were to progress further, would I be expected to take part in ghost threesomes? Would my potential girlfriend cuckold me with a ghost right in front of me and I not know it? I pretty much ended the date right there. I bid her adieu and I thanked her for her time, and I never heard from her again. You know, I've been dining out on that story subsequently on dates. It's a nice icebreaker. What's your most interesting date? What's your most fascinating date? Well, let me tell you. And it's interesting because of that icebreaker. You know, I've actually found myself in long-term relationships because the sort of humor breaks down the barriers that we all put up. So I actually have Fire Stick Feather to thank for subsequent pleasure that other relationships have brought. And I hope that she thanks me too. I hope that somewhere she's telling the story about the button-down, boring, typical DC type who wasn't open to the universe. And I hope that her lover is listening. And I hope her ghost lover is listening too. Thank you very much.